This is the Jocko Underground Podcast, number 199. Sitting here with Echo Charles, and we just got done with some jiu-jitsu training. We're back. Victory MMA is now, the original Victory MMA is now open and new and glorious. Yeah. So the mats were utilized in a big way. Yeah. So now we are back to the mental aspect of the game. You, as troopers, have sent us questions. We have some answers, some recommendations, some courses of actions at a minimum that you can take to get yourself and keep yourself on the path of justice. So let's get to it. Question number one.
Yeah, very, very useful to not ignore keeping yourself on the path. Because once you say, oh, this doesn't apply to me, I don't need that, whatever, I don't know. So yeah, good tip there. All right, first question. I'm writing because I need advice and don't have anyone else to turn to. Your podcast played a major role in changing my life after my daughter was born in 2023 and getting me on the path, including starting jiu-jitsu. I have a 2-year-old daughter. Her mother and I have had a volatile relationship from the beginning. Early on, I was wrong and became physical during arguments. Later, she had people come to our home and assault me, resulting in hospitalization and a year-long protection order that caused me to miss my daughter's early life. We've tried to make it work for 2 years, but now I believe the relationship is destructive and must end. I'm 26, living with toxic parents, buried in debt, facing possible court again without a car, and afraid of losing time with my daughter. I feel trapped and overwhelmed. What guidance would you give me to move forward and take responsibility without collapsing?
Well, it's not, you just made like a noise of like, oh no, right?
It's a lot.
What are we gonna do? It's a lot, right?
It's a lot.
But in my mind, I think of the quote of like, hey, we're surrounded. Good. Now we know where the enemy is, right? Mm-hmm. So that's where you are, right? You're just surrounded on all sides. So what you have to do is you have to begin to square your situation away. Right? This means you have to fix your immediate world that you are in. Now, to start off here, with your daughter's mom, I would be professional. Don't be emotional. Be polite. But you have to make a little bit of distance because you guys have got bad blood, right? There's bad emotions there. It's not good. You have to say, hey, listen, I don't want to bother you anymore. I wish you the best. You may not even want to verbalize those things. You just start to act this way. Because if you say, hey, I don't want to bother you. What do you mean you don't bother me? You want to see? You just be like, just start to be more professional, non-emotional, and create a little bit of distance. Then what you have to do is you have to get a job. You have to work hard. You have to get a job. I don't care if you get a job at Wendy's. I worked at Wendy's, right? And if you work at Wendy's and you work hard, you will move up the chain of command. If you go to Home Depot and you get a job, you work hard, you'll move up the chain of command. You start making more money. This will happen. Don't buy anything stupid. Save your money. In order to save money, I hate to say this, you're probably gonna have to continue to live with what you call your toxic parents. I would just, again, don't be overt about it, but just isolate yourself as much as you can from them, right? So you don't want to get caught up in their toxicity, but you want to live there. Cool. Go to your room. Try and spend time out. Don't spend a bunch of time there. Spend job working overtime. Spend your time working overtime, right? You got 40 hours a week. What you can work 80 hours a week. You can easily work 80 hours a week. Get overtime, get 2 jobs, whatever you got to do. Don't spend time in the house. Go to there to sleep. Isolate from them a little bit. And in a little bit of time, you're going to have enough money to get a dirt place, a dirt cheap place to live. That's fine. Let's like rent a room from somebody for a few $100 or something like that. During this time, you're going to talk to your daughter, like when you can. Well, I don't know what kind of legal situation you're in with her, whether you're allowed to visit her, but you're going to follow the rules. You're going to stay positive, no negativity. You're not going to say anything negative about her mother. Not going to say anything negative about life. You're going to concentrate on her. You know what? Does she care that you don't have money, that you don't have problems, or that you have problems, that you have this, you don't have does she care about any of that? Not as much as she cares about the fact that, she's got crayons and this, she's coloring a flower and you can help her color flowers, man. That's what you focus on with her. You do kid stuff with her. Let her world be bright and beautiful. You shelter her from the misery and the darkness of the world. That's what you do. That's what dads do. Continue your job at Wendy's or Home Depot or wherever you're working. Find some kind of a trade that you're interested in. Electrician, plumber, welder, carpenter. You find one of those things. Which one you're interested in. They're all cool jobs. It's all very gratifying to wire a place, to put plumbing in a place, to weld something together, to build a house or whatever. And then once you figure out which one you're slightly interested in, you find one of those companies that does that and you go and get a job there. So you're going to take a minimum wage pay. Whatever you're getting paid at Wendy's, you're getting paid at Home Depot, you're going to say, listen, I will be labor for you. I'll do whatever you need me to do for minimum wage. And then you're going to bust your ass and you're going to keep saving money and you're going to, you're trying to pay off debts. I don't know if you're going to have enough money yet to pay off debts. Learn whatever skill it is. Electrician, you're going to start to learn that. You're going to watch YouTube. You're going to read books about this stuff. You're going to go to the library, read books about being an electrician. Again, you're maintaining a positive relationship with your daughter because that's what we bring to our daughters. Positivity and good and light and kid stuff and flowers and rainbows. That's what we bring to our kids, our daughters. Pure positivity. Eventually, you figure out what qualifications you need to be an electrician. What do you got to do? What do you need to do to get that piece of paper that says you're an electrician? You're going to go to that school because you saved your money. That's what you're saving your money for. You're continuing to work hard. You're not wasting any money. You're continuing to pay your debts. And you look up, and in 3 years, and it's going to be a long, hard 3 years, but in 3 years, you're going to be in a relatively good situation. You're going to have a steady job. You're going to have an employer that appreciates you, that you show up early, that you stay late, that you work hard, that you're clean, that you do what you're supposed to do. You do it on time. You take the extra initiative. You're going to have some money from that. You're going to have a marketable skill because you went and got that, whatever that certification is. You're going to find a place to live. You'll have bought a $2,800 vehicle that's fairly reliable. And now your daughter's 5. She's not 2 anymore. And by the way, when she's between 2, 3, 4, 5, she's not going to remember a lot of that stuff. So that's why we're not too worried about it. Look, you're a loving dad. You bring the light when you can. But by the time 3 years from now, she's going to be 5. And that's when she'll actually know and she'll remember and appreciate your interactions with her. And then you're slowly, with the permission of her mom, you're going to get a little bit more integrated with her. And you're going to continue, again, you're going to always be professional. You're in a business relationship with her mom. That's what you are, a professional business relationship with her. No emotions, no crazy, no. So that is a little excerpt of what we are doing on the Jocko Underground podcast. So if you want to continue to listen, go to jockounderground.com and subscribe. And we're doing this to mitigate our reliance on external platforms so we are not subject to their control. And we are doing this so that we can support the Jocko podcast, which will remain as is, free for all, as long as we can keep it that way. But we are doing this so we don't have to be under the control of sponsors. And we're doing it so we can give you more control, more interaction, more direct connections, better communications with us. And to do that, we're building a website right now where we'll be able to utilize to strengthen this legion of troopers that are in the game with us. So thank you. It's jockounderground.com. It costs $8.18 a month. And if you can't afford to support us, we can still support you. Just email assistance@jockounderground.com and we'll get you taken care of. Until then, we will see you mobilized underground.